Are you worried about falling into credit card debt? Fear not, we've got your back. This is your first step toward mastering the art of credit card responsibility. Let's face it, credit cards can be a double-edged sword. They can help us manage our finances, build credit, and even earn rewards. But if not handled properly, they can lead to a spiral of debt that's tough to escape from. That's why understanding credit card responsibility is so crucial. It's not just about paying bills, it's about financial literacy, about understanding the way credit works and how to use it to your advantage. So today, we're going to tackle this topic head-on. We'll share with you 5 essential tips that will help you avoid falling into credit card debt. So buckle up and get ready for a journey to financial empowerment. Let's dive into the 5 essential tips to avoid falling into credit card debt. Our first tip is all about spending within your means. Now, you might be scratching your head and wondering, what exactly does that mean? Simply put, it's about living within the confines of your income. Let's break it down. Imagine you have a monthly income of $1,000. You have rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, and other necessary expenses that total up to $800. This leaves you with $200. Now, this remaining amount is what you can afford to spend on non-essential items or services, or perhaps save for a rainy day. Spending within your means is about making sure that your outflow or spending doesn't exceed your inflow or income. But here's where the curveball comes in. Credit cards. They can be a handy tool when used responsibly, but they can also give the illusion of having more money than you actually do. It's important to remember that a credit card is not an endless resource, it's a tool. A tool that, when used wisely, can help you build credit, manage unexpected expenses, and even earn rewards. However, if you start treating your credit card as an extension of your income, you're treading on thin ice. It's easy to think, I'll just put it on the card and pay it off later. But this mindset can lead to a slippery slope of debt. Instead, view your credit card as a part of your budget, not as a supplement to it. If you've budgeted $200 for eating out and entertainment for the month, stick to that limit, even when using your credit card. This way, you won't spend more than you can afford to pay back when your credit card bill comes due, and you'll avoid the pitfall of high-interest debt. In essence, spending within your means is about discipline, planning, and understanding your financial boundaries. It's about making smart decisions today that will protect your financial health tomorrow. Remember, your credit card is not a ticket to unlimited spending. So spend wisely, budget carefully, and your credit card can become a tool that empowers your financial freedom, not hinders it. Tip number 2, always make your monthly payments on time. This is crucial in maintaining a good credit standing and keeping your debt at bay. You see, late or missed payments often result in late fees, higher interest rates, and can even lead to an increased debt over time. Imagine this scenario. You make a purchase with your credit card, but when the bill arrives, you either forget or choose not to pay it on time. What happens next? You're slapped with a late fee, and your interest rate might go up. Over time, these fees and increased rates can add up, leading you further into debt. Not to mention, your credit score can take a hit too. Your credit score is a numerical representation of your creditworthiness and plays a significant role in your financial life. It can impact everything from your ability to borrow money to the interest rates you pay on loans. So when you miss a payment, it gets reported to the credit bureaus, and this can cause your score to drop. This is why making payments on time is so important. But don't worry, there are strategies to ensure you never miss a payment. You can set up reminders on your phone or email a few days before your payment is due. Or better yet, you can set up automatic payments through your bank account. That way, the money is automatically deducted from your account each month, and you don't have to worry about forgetting to make a payment. Remember, the goal here is not just to avoid late fees. It's about creating a pattern of responsible financial behavior that lenders can trust. It's about showing that you can manage your credit responsibly, which can open doors for you in the future. Timely payments are not just about avoiding fees, they're about maintaining a healthy credit history. Moving on to tip number 3, keep a low utilization ratio. Let's take a moment to understand what a utilization ratio is. It's a term used in the world of credit, and it refers to the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using. For instance, if you have a credit card with a limit of $1,000 and you've spent $500, Your utilization ratio is 50%. Why is it important to keep this ratio low, you might ask? Well, a lower utilization ratio is usually seen as a sign of responsible credit use. It indicates that you're not maxing out your credit cards and are managing your credit well. This can be a positive factor in your credit score calculation. Your credit utilization ratio is a significant factor in determining your credit score. In fact, it makes up about 30% of your FICO score, which is used by many lenders to assess your creditworthiness. A high utilization ratio can be a red flag to lenders, suggesting that you may be overextended and at risk of defaulting on your payments. As a rule of thumb, it's often suggested to keep your utilization ratio below 30%. This means that if you have a credit limit of $1,000, you should aim to keep your balance under $300. Now, this doesn't mean you should avoid using your credit card. Using your card regularly and paying off your balance on time can demonstrate responsible credit behavior. But it does mean being mindful of your spending and not getting too close to your credit limit. Keeping a low utilization ratio can be a powerful strategy in maintaining or improving your credit score. It can show lenders that you know how to manage credit responsibly, which could help you secure better terms for loans or credit cards in the future. So remember, when it comes to credit cards, it's not just about paying on time, it's also about how much you spend. A low utilization ratio is a sign of responsible credit use. Tip number 4, understand your credit card terms. Now, this might sound like trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphs, but trust me, it's not as complicated as it seems. The terms and conditions of your credit card are the rule book to the game of credit. Knowing them can help you avoid unnecessary fees, make the most of your rewards, and maintain a healthy credit score. Let's start with interest rates. These are the costs you incur when you carry a balance on your card from month to month. Some cards offer low introductory rates, but these can skyrocket after the initial period. Be sure to understand what you're signing up for. Next, fees. These can sneak up on you if you're not careful. Late payment fees, over-limit fees, cash advance fees, the list goes on. Some cards even charge an annual fee just for the privilege of using them. Make sure you're aware of all potential charges. Finally, rewards. Credit cards can offer a variety of benefits, from cash back to travel points. But to make the most of these rewards, you need to understand how they work. Some cards have rotating categories or spending thresholds you need to meet. Don't leave free money on the table. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your credit card terms. So take the time to read through and understand them. It could save you a lot of headaches and money down the line. Our final tip, don't open too many accounts in a short period of time. Now you might be thinking, why not? More credit cards mean more purchasing power, right? Well, not exactly. This approach can lead to a dangerous trap. Banks and credit card companies often view opening multiple accounts in a short time as a red flag. It can imply that you're experiencing financial difficulties and need additional credit to cover expenses. This perception can negatively impact your credit score, which is a vital factor lenders consider when you apply for loans or more credit cards. Moreover, the temptation of having multiple credit cards might lead to overspending. It's easy to lose track of how much you're spending when you spread your purchases across different cards. This can lead to a buildup of debt that can be challenging to manage and pay off. It's also worth noting that every time you apply for a credit card, the issuer conducts a hard inquiry on your credit report. Too many hard inquiries in a short period can lower your credit score. So instead of rushing to open several accounts, take it slow. Establish a strong payment history with 1 or 2 cards first. This approach will help you build a solid credit score over time, showing lenders that you're a responsible borrower. Patience is key when it comes to managing your credit accounts. So there you have it, 5 essential tips for avoiding credit card debt. We've taken a deep dive into the world of responsible credit card use, and I hope you found these tips valuable. To recap, first off, always remember to spend within your means. Think of your credit card as a tool, not a lifeline. Second, make your monthly payments on time every time. This will not only help keep your credit score healthy, but also save you from hefty late fees. Third, keep a low credit utilization ratio. It's a good rule of thumb to keep it under 30% of your credit limit. Fourth, take the time to understand your credit card terms. This can save you from unexpected charges and interest rates. And finally, resist the urge to open too many accounts in a short period of time. It could potentially harm your credit score. If you'd like to hear more about personal finances, please like, share, and subscribe.